Today on DNVR Buffs Live, the NFL Buffs showed out this weekend. We get into that, and of course, the Colorado Buffaloes had a scrimmage that we're going to get into as well. Let's have a day. Let's go.
Squad.
Coming to you live from the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores, is DNVR Buffs Live. What a weekend we just had, man.
What a weekend indeed.
Sheesh. The pro buffs going crazy. Shedeur Sanders leading the way, as always. But the CU takeover of the NFL is just beginning.
Facts.
And what this did for recruiting, too, is... I mean, these are things that just, I don't even think we thought, I didn't think of it, that's for damn sure. And just seeing it happen in real time, I was like, oh, this is like big.
Yeah. I mean, the way that like social media is set ablaze every single time a Colorado Buffalo makes a play is pretty crazy. And we saw it like starting all the way back at the TCU game. You know, like everyone was posting about that game. And we're like, whoa. Yeah. This is like an actual movement.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I don't think I thought that, like, I had never thought about how it would translate to the NFL. And now watching these guys go out there and, like, you know, obviously Shedeur is out there and the whole world is watching and posting about it. But, like, LaJohntay scores and that goes crazy. And Jimmy, every time, like, these guys are entering the NFL, like, with, like, larger than life status.
I have never had this much fun watching NFL preseason football.
For sure.
And I'm sure a lot of people out there feel exactly the same way. And it's largely due to these pro buffs, man, led by Shedeur Sanders. I mean, we were in here at the DNV bar on Friday watching his NFL debut. And, man, did that just feel like from start to finish, even pregame, that just felt like another Colorado game for Shedeur Sanders. Walking in with the CU backpack, turned, locked TF in, coming into the stadium. Had a bit of a slow start to the game, which is expected. It's his debut. It's everybody's preseason debut.
We saw that too, though.
But as soon as he got in the rhythm,
yep,
boy, did that look like the Shedeur Sanders that we've seen throughout his college career. And the guy that we expected to see, man, I said it to you guys, I don't know if that debut could have went much better than it did. Everything considered, right? Obviously, he missed some throws. You know, I'm sure he would have liked to have some passes back, and I'm sure he would have liked to have some of his receivers catch some passes that were dropped.
For sure.
Overall, throwing 2 touchdowns, the accuracy that he displayed. I talked about last week what I wanted to see, and it really had nothing to do with like his play. It was just about taking control of the offense, showing good control of the offense, and he did that. Kevin Stefanski said it after the game that he seemed like he had a really good control of the huddle of the offense. Shedeur said it as well after the game, so that was beautiful, man. I love to see that. And LaJohntay Wester kicking things off last weekend.
Right, on a Thursday or Friday.
Highest graded rookie wide receiver from preseason week 1. According to Pro Football Focus, LaJohntay Wester.
I got a text from my guy, Tyler Ziskin, Captain Tyler, as you guys know him.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And he said that was as prideful as I've ever been talking about Shedeur. Now, he's, of course, a Browns fan.
Yeah.
And then he goes, the way he shows out early in the seasons when everyone is ready to skewer him is amazing. And it's so true.
Yep.
I mean, Jake, you and I were fighting the battle that he's going to be able to play in the Power 5, and then he goes out and throws for 500 yards in his debut. And, like, you know, we all just get to have a party for that. Then last year, oh, he's overrated. He says he's that. He throws for, I think, 400 yards or 350 and 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns against North Dakota State. Like, he really does pay off his supporters for holding it down for him throughout the offseason every single year.
Hell yeah.
He does. It's an event. The first game of the season is an event for the CU Buffs and for Shedeur Sanders.
Yep.
Most definitely.
Lots to get to today. We'll talk TCU in the matchup preview. The AP Top 25 first poll is out. Oh, man. We got to commit. Scrimmage takeaways. But yes, the NFL Buffs. And sticking with Shedeur Sanders here. Obviously, I mean, he did pretty much everything I thought he would do on the field. What I said before the game on Friday, I was like, just go out there and put together drives, right? Scoring drives. It's exactly what they did. The first one was, I mean, it was slow getting out the gate, but man, he turned it on, and it was just, it's typical Shedeur. The passes he was throwing were beautiful. I mean, the timing of them all. There's a lot to get into with this, but Shedeur did his thing and did exactly what we thought he would do on Friday.
Boy, that was vintage Shedeur Sanders that we saw on Friday.
Facts.
Really no time wasted. It took a couple drives, like I said, for him and the offense to get going, but once it did, man, we saw his patented ability to extend plays, his creativity in and outside of the pocket, and the accuracy, right? The most accurate passer in college football history. Showed why he, completed 74% of his passes, in college. Both of his touchdown passes were absolute dime. Like I said, we were watching the DMV bar. The first touchdown in the middle of play.
Keep cutting the R off.
I know.
Wait, what?
You keep saying the DNV bar.
Do I really? DNVR.
But DNV bar kind of has a reason.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to make it one word. I don't know. The DNVR bar. That first touchdown, mid-play, I'm like, damn, nobody's open. Yeah. It seemed like nobody was open. But Shedeur said, no, I'm going to find a place to put this football for a touchdown.
There's nowhere other place that ball could have gone. Literally.
No other place.
Through like a window that's like the size of a football.
Yeah.
For real,
it's
dog.
at worst or at best getting knocked down if it's any other place than where you put it.
100%. And the second touchdown, I mean, might have been even more impressive. Jerry Jeudy was asked about it today, and Jerry Jeudy goes, that was just cool to see because that was the last progression for his read on that play. He went through every single progression, got to the backside.
Jerry Judy's talking about progressions now?
Don't sleep on my guy.
We love involvement, don't we? We love people evolving.
Character growth.
And speaking of Jerry Jeudy, a team leader, Myles Garrett mic'd up with Shedeur released today. And I think we talked about it last week. I was like, it would be so dope. I hope they mic him up for this debut. And that's exactly what they did. And, Shedeur is, just chilling on the sideline after he's out of the game when Tyler Huntley is in the game talking to Myles Garrett. And he's like trying to just joking around with Myles Garrett. Like, I want to see, you try to swipe me. I want to see if I can get out of that. Ooh, Myles Garrett, like, you don't want to do that, bro. I don't want to hurt you. We got to keep you around. We're going to need you, Myles Garrett told Shedeur Sanders.
Shedeur goes back to the bench. David Njoku's just there, smiling, chatting it up with him, being basically man, you're balling out there. What'd you see all this? You could tell how much the team loves Shedeur.
Yes. And I thought it was also funny because I don't think we've ever gotten a Shedeur mic'd up. I don't think we got that at college.
I think you're right.
We did not.
I think you're right.
There's this narrative around him is oh, he's this shit talker. Most of the highlights, he doesn't say a single word.
Facts.
Yes.
Even when they talking shit to him on the sideline on that one play, the Panthers.
He completely ignores it. Even when he scores a touchdown and throws up the wrist, he's not saying anything except for when he's like, we got to dust that. We got to dust that shit off. That was great. Which is, by the way, what we were saying when he was doing that.
Yes. Said we wanted to see it. The little pat, make sure it's working. That was, like I said, I don't know if that could have went any better.
It really couldn't have.
I mean, if I want to nitpick, there was 2 throws that he definitely always makes that he didn't make, but I just think that's a little bit of nerves, a little bit of adrenaline.
Well, even when
he's going to keep doing. And to go back to something Scotty said at the beginning, I think this was my #1 takeaway after the game. Was oh yeah, that was just Shedeur. The same thing we've said about some of the Travis practice clips we've seen come out, where we're just that looks exactly like Travis at Colorado.
Yes.
Meaning he's transitioned to just doing his thing regardless of who's around him. I felt the same way about Shedeur. It was that's just Shedeur. He's not going to be any different. He's still going to produce and win and lead at an incredibly high level. It's what he's done every single place he's gone.
Definitely.
Even when he did scramble backwards and starts running around, he threw the ball away one time.
He did.
We saw him slide.
Yes.
I mean, he's getting better. He's adding tools to the bag, man.
Which is just scary, man. And
it is.
This is just the beginning. And,
It is.
You know, whether it's the Browns or another team in the future, like everybody saw what he put on display on Friday. And I know there are a handful of probably coaches / scouts around the NFL was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure he had that at this level.
Like the prominent NFL executive
Yeah.
in the AFC North or whatever that shit was that came out from
Yes.
Jordan Schultz said, what was it? Wow, I'm impressed. I can't believe he's doing this well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Had that boy Andrew Berry come down from the damn press box mid-game, stand right
did.
next to Shedeur.
Apparently he did clap back on the sideline when he was getting chirped. It just apparently, I guess it didn't make the.
I was gonna say I didn't see it on the video.
No, it didn't make the video.
Okay.
Yeah, Barry's happy because Shedeur's about to save his job potentially.
And he's made it public that it was his call.
Yeah.
It wasn't his owner's call. It was his call.
Speaking of that, the Browns, I think they're in a really tough place right now. A really tough place.
In what sense?
Yeah.
Their team, the quarterback competition. You just put it all out there. What questions are there now? All we heard about was Dylan Gabriel. He's just ahead of Shedeur. That's just the facts of the matter, right? He keeps on getting all these first team reps.
I don't know
all
how
this
many
stuff.
times I have to say it.
All that stuff. And Shedeur goes out there with what some people were saying set up to fail. I did not think that was the case on
did I.
Friday. But he goes out there, proves he's Shedeur Sanders. That game was in Carolina, bro. Did you see how many 12 jerseys there were?
And 2 jerseys.
And 2 jerseys? And how many Panthers fans were like hyped for Shedeur?
Yeah.
Like the cap is off the bottle now. Like they have to like kind of respond to this in terms of reps at practice. I need to see what Dylan Gabriel is now. I have to. You kept on saying, or all we kept on hearing was he's just further along. He's better. He was drafted ahead of Shedeur for a reason. We got to see it now.
Well, if we're going to see it, let me see it with the 2 offense versus the opponent's 1 defense.
I just want to see him. Sure,
So
but
I
I just want to see him.
And it sounds like we will. Kevin Stefanski said after the game Friday that Shedeur is going to get a ton of reps this weekend against the Eagles. It looks like
He led the team in reps today at practice.
correct. And it looks like Dylan Gabriel is going to play this weekend against the Eagles. It hasn't been said by Stefanski who's going to start, but it looks like we're going to get our first look of Dylan Gabriel in a preseason setting.
Start him.
And it's not to what you were just saying. It's obviously too early for me to sit up here and be like, I told y'all so. But this was kind of my thinking. Once he's out there on the field talking about Shedeur Sanders, there's no putting that back in the box.
Well, and
Go ahead.
This is the other thing too. Like up until this point, it was not about football. Whatever happened to Shedeur going back to the draft was not
True.
about football.
But my point always was eventually will have to be.
But you're right.
Games are gonna have to
they
eventually
put him on
get
the
played.
field. They
Yep.
made it about football. Let's
And look-
see it now. It's
Yeah.
about football now. Let's see it. Put Dylan Gabriel on the field.
You're
100%.
right. There's no going back to the narratives.
Nope.
No.
There's no he can't do this or he can't do that or he's behind in this and behind in that. Nope. In the end, it's about producing on the football field.
For sure.
He did it. We're not going to see Gabriel start though because I think now they're going to put the kid gloves on him because if he goes out there and starts and looks like shit, they're going to look really dumb and it's only a matter of time. What's the Nike ad? Only a matter of time.
Yep.
It's only a matter of time before the world knows this that they are dumb. Mm-hmm. But I think they're going to put the kid gloves on Gabriel, have him go with like the 3s, and let him get some easy completion so that things look the right way.
That's what like they're in a tough spot now. You almost got to save face while you were saying no, it's not about all that this whole offseason when now you really got to be see this is just how it's been. We've been talking football the entire time. We know you're lying, bro. We know that wasn't the case.
Everybody's seeing right through that.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, the greater point, the pro buffs, there's a movement, a true movement beyond Coach Prime, beyond Colorado with all these guys. Like they're going to take over the football world in a matter of years. Imagine when, Kaidon, Jordan, all these dudes are in the league. Like you're going to hear University of Colorado all the time.
Can I make the argument that it's like massive for the NFL?
It is.
Hell yeah.
Like I don't know what Carolina's normal attendance looks like for a preseason game, but I know that got jacked up based on the prices that I saw on Game Time that night.
Kind of like what I said earlier, picking back off of that, like that was probably the most watched preseason game ever. This is probably going to be the most watched preseason, 3 weeks of football ever in NFL history.
And not that the NFL like needs help or is dying or anything like that. The NFL is a incredibly strong product. With that being said, if there's one thing that like some of the other leagues have over the NFL, it's like, for lack of a better term, like social media. Like the NBA is like crushing social media. And a lot of it is because some people are more interested in the players than they are the teams.
Definitely.
And so they want to follow all of the stuff about the players on TikTok and Twitter and Instagram and all of that stuff. I feel like this gives the NFL a boost in that, where there's going to be so many people who are just following these individual players who are coming from Colorado, who are part of the story, and that are going to kind of like boost, like over the course of 10 years, boost the NFL's profile in that way.
Yep.
I think Cornhole says it perfectly, and that's what we're talking about right here. He says he got a month of NFL Plus to watch that game. There were probably hundreds of thousands of people, I would imagine, around the country who did exactly that, to watch Shedeur Sanders, Jimmy Horn Jr., you know what I'm saying, the rest of those guys, LaJohntay, the rest of those guys. And
that's another, what did you say? You can't put it back in the box. You said you can't put the cap back in the bottle. I'll say you can't put that toothpaste back in the tube, because now everyone knows the value here.
Yeah.
And so the pressures will become different.
Totally.
And Seat said it to you guys on Friday. You can get to the NFL from Colorado.
I mean, that was already the case, but
for sure. And Xavier Weaver, I think, set the trend for this prime buff era. Freaking D-Mac McClendon this weekend got a big sack, looking good, like running with the twos with the Dolphins, and the rest of these guys, led by Shedeur and LaJohntay and Travis, obviously Shiloh, the rest of those guys. Like, this is the beginning of the CU Buffs takeover, like you said, Jake, and it's going to be fun to watch. We all going to be tuned. The whole nation is going to be tuned in, and already is. It's scary.
I mean, look, the fan base, like the movement behind these guys is it can be a good and a bad thing, right? And I think the Browns are learning both sides of it right now, honestly.
I like that you said that, though, because that is something that Coach Prime has always talked to his players about.
That is what he said a lot.
All this love and attention, it's going to be cool when things are going well, but that same love and attention that you get is going to turn when things aren't going great. So you got to be ready for that, and Coach Prime has got his players ready for that reality.
Totally.
Fan only blows when you're hot.
Exactly. Let's take our first break. All this talk about preseason games. There's 2 more left and a whole season left. You got to hit up Game Time to get your tickets.
Hell yeah.
We got Jacksonville coming here around Christmas, so we'll get to see Travis play the Broncos then. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't remember other pro buffs coming here this year, but wherever you are in the country, hit up our friends over at Game Time. Or when you're coming to Folsom Field to watch the Buffs and Coach Prime this season. Game Time is the best ticketing app out there because, one, fees are included. They're not going to surprise you at the finish line with all these other ticket fees for the stadium and all that whatnot. It's all right out in front of you. You can also see the view directly from your seat with the Game Time Picks feature. See the best deals as well throughout the stadium. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app. Create an account. Use code BUFFS, B-U-F-F-S, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account. Redeem code BUFFS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guarantee. What time is it?
Game time. Also, shout out to our friends over at Toyota. Big weekend for your boy this weekend. We can maybe get into that if we have time a little bit later. But I was leaving the golf course on Saturday afternoon and needed to give some people a ride. Got four people in the car and 4 golf bags in the car.
Wow.
No problem, because my Toyota RAV4 has tons of storage, and it was just so great to just flex the Toyota, be like, oh, that'll fit in my car easy. Let's go. Shout out to Toyota. Wherever you're going in Colorado, however you're enjoying your weekends, make sure you have your Toyota with you. It's always going to be safe, always going to be reliable, and always going to be spacious. So if you're looking for a brand new Toyota, visit Front Range Toyota store at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is an official partner of the Colorado Buffaloes and the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places.
Yes, sir. Anything else on the NFL, guys, before we go back to CU here?
BJ Green.
Yep.
Made some plays. Shiloh had a nice quarterback hit.
Yeah. Led to an incompletion. Yep. I mean, I mentioned him earlier, but Zay Weaver balling. Like, he is going to be like a contributor, I think, on that team this year.
We talked about this when we just looked at their depth chart.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clear that the opportunity is there for Zay. They have Marvin Harrison Jr.
Pretty much just behind Zay Jones.
Yeah, it's
And, Michael Wilson's going to play too.
Didn't he get hurt or something though recently?
Yeah, you're right. He did.
So
he did.
There's another spot. Greg
Yep.
Dortch is there. He's done some things. After that, it's what you said. It's Zay Jones, Zay, and then it's like Simi Fehoko, all these like undrafted guys that they brought in.
man.
Like Zay's going to play a lot this year.
He is.
Yep. Will Shepard led the Packers in both catches and yards. Now, that was 2 catches for 21 yards.
You'll take
but
it.
That's better than any other receiver on the team.
For
He's
sure.
literally the only receiver on the team with multiple catches.
And he wasn't drafted.
Crazy.
He was not.
Travis was just getting his feet wet a little bit. 2 catches, real short, you know what I'm saying?
They don't have to play him a single down. In the
They really
preseason.
don't. I think they just wanted to get him out there, just to, like I
Sure.
said, get his feet wet a little bit. But week 1, it's a movie.
Oh,
Of
it's
course, the haters had their knives nice and sharpened for when he had a missed tackle.
Okay, real quick on the haters. They went crazy because, of course, Buff Nation and all the Shedeur people went crazy on Friday because Shedeur played well, right?
Yeah.
And it's just hilarious that it's the same people going, oh, he was always a 5th-round quarterback, doesn't belong in the league, all this stuff. They're the same people going, whoa, this is preseason.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on
Yes,
here.
bro.
Oh, yeah.
Just remember, the people that move the goalposts are always the same people.
true.
The people who want to say that, like, it's just a preseason, he's going against 2s and 3s. What would you have been saying if he went out there and
Of
didn't play
course.
well?
Of
It would be
course.
a complete indictment on him as an NFL player.
Yep.
And that's just how this discourse goes with that family and that player in particular.
Yep. All right. Scrimmage takeaways. The Buffs were out practicing on Folsom Field on Saturday. We didn't get to see too much, but we did see a little bit. Takeaways? Anyone want to start? I can start.
I'll go last.
For me, I'll just stick. I brought him up last week. Chauncey Gooden, man. He looks ready to me. He's so big. And I honestly, it's a luxury because he's not playing over Xavier Hill. He's not playing over Zy Crisler. This is a guy who he's potentially your 6th offensive lineman going into the season. From what I've seen, like he is ready to go, man. He's not
Hell yeah.
sloppy. He's compact. Like he's big.
I mean,
can move.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I saw him get there for the bowl game. I was like, oh, this guy has like real deal college football size right now. And then obviously, he brings the energy, and it feels like he's really developing his games just nicely.
Yep.
I mean, I'm glad you brought up the bowl game because it made me think of a tweet that I tweeted when we were down in San Antonio, December 27th. I go, y'all, Chauncey Gooden is a massive human being.
Yep.
Future pro. This is somebody who had offers from just about everybody. The Clemsons of the world, the Georgias of the world.
He's the highest ranked commit after Julian, right?
I think you're
In last year's
absolutely right,
class.
big dog. I mean, won the Alpha Dog at an Under Armour camp last April. This is somebody who was coached in high school by Kevin Mawai, one of the greatest
Hall of Famer.
offensive linemen in NFL history, like you mentioned, a Hall of Famer. So Chauncey has quickly, I think, developed, right? I don't know if he would have been saying, him being potentially a 6th man back in the spring, but that just speaks to how important it is to be an early enrollee, get to campus as early as you can, and get involved with the team. Kind of piggybacking off of that, Cooper Lovelace was a guy who I saw quite a bit working with the ones, offensive line-wise, on Saturday during the scrimmage. It could partly be due to something Coach Pryor mentioned after the scrimmage was they got to get a little bit healthy on the offensive line. But we talked about Cooper Lovelace, somebody who has played a lot of football.
Yep.
Played every position on the offensive line throughout his college career, most notably at center and guard. So he was looking, from what I saw, he was playing a lot of center on Saturday during the scrimmage with the first team offense, with Seed out there, with Xavier Hill out there. So that is another guy who could be either that 6th or 7th man, a swing man, right? No matter who potentially is being taken out of the lineup, he can be plugged in at center, guard, tackle. And Coach Prime said it last week that, he sees 9 guys on that offensive line who he thinks can start. So I think a couple of those guys have to be a part of that bunch, which is exciting.
I mean, Cooper probably has the leg up because he has the center ability, but yeah, those guys are high up in the rotation.
I think mine is that Quanell is, I was going to say, he is emerging.
You about to say the C word?
Them young boys.
I'm dead.
Yeah, he's ready, man. His
balling.
ball skills are unbelievable. The big catch that he brought in from Julian on Saturday, but he had another one that they dropped today.
He's so tall.
He's really tall. He's really bouncy.
Yeah.
And both of those catches were like contested, go up and get it type stuff.
For sure.
The one they posted today, I'm not sure if you guys have seen it yet, but like it's kind of like getting deflected around. He stays with it. Jake, I know that's kind of your guy. And we've seen flashes from Q. We've seen flashes from all of these young wide receivers, but it feels like he's, leveled up in the last couple weeks.
I mean, look, like Quentin Gibson's got, and I don't mean this in like disrespect of Quentin Gibson, but he's got a lot of the flash and like a lot of the buzz, right? Because of his last year.
National Player of the Year.
Of course. And
Julian Lewis will tell you any chance he gets.
And deservedly so. It's just that Quanell, to me, from like the minute he got on the radar, I was like, this just looks like a pro wide receiver. Like, he's fluid, he's big and tall already. He's got the special teams ability. Like, he's not someone that you look at and immediately go, oh, like right away, like that's one of my favorite guys. But surely but slowly over time, you're going to realize, okay, this guy just does kind of everything well. And he's just going to keep on getting better, too, as he continues to get reps and all.
And he's probably going to be the starting punt returner to start the season.
Yep.
Which is crazy to think
so?
about. It's going to be him or Quentin, based on what we heard from Coach Pollock this spring. And based on what we've seen with them working,
no one else really
in
works
practice.
with them.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. In practice, it's really just those two guys back there working with Coach J. Phil, returning punts. So, and this is somebody in Quanell who returned
Four in a game.
Four.
3 punts and a kick.
Yeah.
Special teams touchdowns in one game. He is more than capable.
That must have been such a boring game for the offense.
For real,
Bro,
like
the time of
damn,
possession
like
must
bro,
have been
get tackled,
crazy.
bro. Like we trying to play.
That time of possession must have been insane.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, I think we talked about this recently, but like when you have a dev challenge in Madden,
Yeah.
and you get like a pick, and you like don't want to run it in because you're like, I got to get my offense out here.
For real.
The offense is like, bro, come on, bro. I have no stats today.
Yep.
One more takeaway for me from the scrimmage and over the weekend. We talked about it a little bit on Friday, but it seems like Kaidon Salter is starting to separate himself in this quarterback competition. We saw a video today of the CU Buffs posted of him, breaking down the huddle of the team, as they get ready for practice. Tawfiq told you guys on Friday that he is definitely seeing Kaidon definitely grow in this offense. He's checking stuff at the line of scrimmage. He's getting on wide receivers who aren't looking at him pre-snap to get the checks that he's trying to make. And he's doing everything really that a veteran quarterback you want to see him do. And obviously the play is picking up as well. It seems like, again, just from the videos, that Coach Shimmer is kind of getting in his bag a little bit and calling plays and designing plays that fit Kaidon Salter's skill sets and maximizes his ability on the field and maximizes the guys around him, the Trackhawks, the receivers, the Zach Atkins of the world. So that's really cool to see. And like I said, it looks like, and as I say that, the CU Buffs Twitter account just posted a new video of Kaidon dropping a dime to Sincere Brown, who is going to be another guy who defenses are going to have to talk about in their game plan during the week.
I get the feeling that Kaidon has like just that little extra game gear. And that's what I think is kind of coming to fruition. We were kind of just talking about it with Shedeur. Like, the lights come on.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters. It's just like, can you make plays? And I think that's Kaidon Salter. That's to a T. Like, he just has that juice, that extra gear, that thing that he has going for him when it's really like the lights are on. And I think you're seeing him start to be able to make some of the plays that like you can't make in the spring, just like throwing with the receivers.
Facts.
What he does is the word that Sean Payton uses a lot about Bo Nix is spontaneous. Spontaneous stuff. Everyone thinks about the running, but he also can get out of the pocket, toe the line, throw it down the field, like that type of stuff. That just, you need to play football for that. Like, I wish there was a college football preseason so we could see him go out there and do some of that stuff. But I think we've done so much back and forth about quarterbacks because it's always fun to do in the off season. But I think people are going to fall in love with Kaidon. And the same is true of Julian. But we've, like I said, there's so much back and forth. People are forgetting that like these are two potentially of the 3 best quarterbacks Colorado's had on campus in 20 years.
Totally, dude. With that, you know, we've talked a lot about when the quarterbacks too. Like, it's going to look different from Shedeur, obviously. Kaidon, what you said with the off-script stuff, like, that's one thing that's going to maybe look not the same, but it'll remind you a little bit of that. Like, once the play breaks down, Kaidon is going to make some insane plays.
Yeah.
And they're going to be the type of plays that kind of flip games, that score points, that keep drives going, stuff that gets you out of your seat. Like, it's going to be exciting
Where
football.
the defense is like, we got everything covered
Exactly.
up.
They
And
just
he
throw their hands up.
Made a play.
Yep.
And Coach Prime kind of alluded to it last week, Friday, on Fall Sports Media Day, where he was like, some of the things that Kaidon is capable of, you're just not going to be able to see in the practice setting because you can't hit the quarterback. You can't even get near the quarterback. But in live situations, he is going to make stuff shake and make people miss and make big plays. And that is that's super exciting.
This season's going to be really fun, man. There's just so much to learn.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, I hope people, and most of them won't, but I hope people like enjoy that journey of like getting to learn, getting to meet this new team and learn, you know, what they do great and see these guys go out there and make plays and like let them grow together.
Yep. One last takeaway. The running backs are balling. Dallon's been doing his thing. Michael Welsh, though, the plays that he's breaking off, man, he's so ready. And I think he's going to flourish, especially if Kaidon's back there. Just the fact that you're playing 11 on 11, that's one less guy for Micah to have to bowl through. Like, come on, man. Let's take our next break.
Shout out to the squad over at Cake Mortgage, man. If you own an investment property or maybe even you're thinking about buying one, well, that's perfect because our friends over at Cake Mortgage can help you accomplish that goal. Whether you're trying to purchase, drop your rate, or maybe even take cash out, Cake Mortgage makes all those things easy. They don't need your tax returns. They don't need your W-2s, and there's no complicated paperwork. All you need really is a lease agreement, or Cake Mortgage can just use market rent. They can make it a piece of cake over at Cake Mortgage. So call 800-EAT-CAKE. That's 800-EAT-CAKE. Again, call 1-800-EAT-CAKE to get a bigger slice of the American dream. Call now or visit cakehome.com to read our 5-star review and to get started. Cake Mortgage Corporation, equal housing lender. Number 1734623, licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Shout out to Cake Mortgage. Cake.
And shout out to a new partner, at least on this show, ENT Credit Union, the official banking partner of the mighty Denver Broncos. Well, you got that weird smile on when I say Denver Broncos. He just wants to say something negative.
No, I don't, man. I love the Broncos. What do you mean?
I'm sure you do. But ENT Credit Union has created a Broncos checking account that's built for fans like us. It's loaded with the kinds of perks that will get any Broncos fan fired up. No surprise fees, no minimum balance requirements, and money in the Broncos checking account even earns dividends. You get 10% off food and gear on game days at Empower Field at Mile High. Plus, you get a Broncos branded debit card to rep the team. And a chance to win tickets to a Broncos home game simply by paying with your Broncos checking debit card. Every 10 swipes enters you in for a chance to win. So if you're ready to bank like a Bronco, go to ent.com/DNVR and sign up for Broncos checking today. ENT Credit Union is insured by NCUA. Membership required. Annual percentage yield account requires associated ENT Broncos debit card.
Yeah.
We got a commitment over the weekend, too.
Numero
Josiah
11.
Manu is committed to the Colorado Buffaloes. He's officially flipped.
Oh, that's confirmed.
It is now confirmed. The man himself tweeted it out over the weekend. Yes. So yeah, Josiah tweeted out. Was it Saturday? I think
it was. Yeah.
Tweeted out on Saturday that yes, he is going to be flipping. He is 6'5", 295 pounds. He plays offensive tackle for Thompson Valley High School in Loveland, Colorado. He's a top 10 player. Coming out of the state in this 2026 class. He's already got great size, 6'5", 295.
Yeah.
Put him in Coach Swayze's program or whatever program they got going. It's an NFL program at CU now.
Yep.
With that frame, that's something to work with. And now that's your second tackle in this class alongside Xavier Payne. Don't look now, but this class already has kind of touched on a lot of things that people have complained about that Colorado hasn't been getting in their recruiting classes, at least early on.
Yeah, I was told that Coach Prime doesn't recruit the state of Colorado.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Flip that narrative.
Them two big boys, though. Them two tackles. Xavier Payne, 6'7". Josiah Manu, 6'5", damn near 300 pounds. And this is kind of falls in line with what we've been talking about over the last, let's call it, month or two of these offers going out to teams or to players that were just recently committed. Colorado offered Josiah Manu. Coach Gunner offered Josiah Manu July 23rd.
Yeah,
that's less than 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Right? And Josiah Manu committed to San Jose State on July 1st. So I think this is the first time we've kind of seen this kind of trend of, yeah, I know you're committed somewhere. I know you may even recently committed somewhere, but come take a look at what we got going on over here.
I mean, dude, we talked about that Wiltfong article last week.
Yep.
I was packed with flip targets.
Yep.
If you follow the offers, like you just said, all the offers from the last 2-3 months, flip targets.
It's flip season.
So, yeah, 11th commitment in the class now.
Welcome to the herd.
Squad.
Yeah, I mean, stay tuned. We're just going to, I mean, Colorado hasn't even really hit their stride when it comes to recruiting because we're not in season yet.
Facts.
Yep.
And you have a bonus home game this year.
And this is way more commits than they've ever had at this point in the cycle.
Definitely.
Totally. I'm telling you, 20 to 25.
That's what you're expecting?
I think they can get there, bro.
I think if they get to 20, that'd be amazing.
Well, and I think they're trying to do that, though. Like, look at a lot of the guys leaving. Like, it is mostly defense, right?
It's a lot of offensive line, too. So, yeah you're right.
The guards, for sure, in the center, yeah. But, I mean, we just talked about Chauncey Gooden.
Right.
You know, they got Carday Smith in the fold. You got these two offensive linemen. Like, they're going to definitely hit the portal. It's just, I'm almost about to say I'm be shocked if they get, like, 30-plus transfers. Like, I don't see... They're not going to have room.
It's true. I mean, we were seeing it year by year. The high school numbers go up and the transfer numbers go down.
Yep.
And that's ideally where you want to go. You can't do that at the gate, right? Because it's going to be hard to get the guys that you want from the high school ranks coming off a 1-11 season. But as you continue to stack solid seasons, the formula is going to change a little bit. And that's not something that Coach Prime has hid from, right? He understands the importance of the transfer portal and how well they doing it. But especially in the trenches, offensive line, defensive line, we talk about it. You got to get those guys. Yes, you can hit on transfer portal guys in the trenches here and there. I think they did. Colorado has done that a couple of times, a handful of times. Xavier Hill and Zy Chrysler come to mind. But ideally, you want to get these guys out of high school because those are your blue chip, really type guys who the numbers say when you get those type of guys, they stay in your program.
It's like CFB 26, bro. Like, you recruit them, you find out, you know, exactly what they want. They're deal breakers, per se. And if they're deal breakers match up with where your program is, chances are you're not going to have an issue with them wanting to transfer out 2-3 years down the line because they're unhappy about what you essentially maybe promised or what their deal breaker was, you know?
Facts.
That's how it works.
Facts.
Do you have the AP poll, Alyssa? The first preseason poll, AP poll of the season, is out. There's quite a lot to actually talk about with this one. The Buffs did get a vote as well, a singular vote.
Did you see who gave it?
No, I was trying to. It wasn't out yet. Who was it?
Our guy. Sorry.
Anytime.
Our guy, Jamal St. Cyr, who covers the Jacksonville Jaguars down there.
Really?
Yep. He was the lone guy to give Colorado a vote in the preseason AP Top 25.
Dude,
shout out to him.
Ball.
Let's go. None of us have a vote.
No.
Facts.
Yet.
Lots of ways to go here. Lots of Big Ten, SEC. Highest Big 12 team is ASU at 11. We can talk about the number of Big 12 teams. Shoot, we can go into the others receiving votes because there's some interesting stuff in here as well.
Colorado plays 3 of these teams this season. Iowa State, Arizona State, Kansas State. So at least 3 preseason top 25 teams are on the schedule. I'm sure there'll be more than that.
Let me just look at this before I make this statement. Arizona State's the most overrated team in the country.
I have to agree with you, brother.
I mean, the
based
fact
on
that,
these rankings.
Look, Texas A&M every year, just until they defeat those accusations. They're up there for me, but yes, I'm with you.
11?
Texas Tech too. I mean, you could argue.
Where's Texas Tech?
23.
I'm fine with them there at 23 because, again, I think their defense is going to be really good this year. So I can be talked into that, especially, again, they're not super high up. But, yeah, Arizona State at 11, what are we doing?
Texas Tech is going to lead the country in wins per dollar.
Should it be hard to do for them?
They're going to have, they're going to be like, this was a $100 million roster and all that for 8 wins.
Yeah.
Miami going to be good this year with Carson Beck, y'all?
I think they'll be okay. I don't know if they'll be like national title worthy, but
I feel like 10 is kind of rich.
I don't know.
They're going to have a good roster. And
they're really
Beck
good in
is
the trenches,
fine.
bro.
Yeah.
Like they have 2 first-rounders on either side of the ball in the trenches.
You're right.
So
it's interesting.
Okay, so going to the others receiving votes, there's 3 Big 12 teams in here, right? Or no, 4. We have ASU at 11. We have K-State at 17, Iowa State at 22, and Tech at 23. Boise State's number 25. But others receiving votes. So number 26 in the country is BYU. Number 27 in the country is Utah. Number 28 in the country is Baylor. Number 32 in the country is Georgia Tech. Colorado is going to play a lot of these teams. Of course, they get their 1 vote, but the
so what's
Big
that,
12,
6 Big 12 in the top 30?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wish I saved this tweet. Let me see if I did. Someone said, shoot, I didn't.
The Big 12 will once again be the most entertaining football conference in America this
Week
year.
in, week out.
But essentially, if you extended the poll to number 28, the Big 12 has as many teams in the top 28 as the Big 10 does.
That's
and
crazy.
Yet the narrative is always Big
Yep.
10 and SEC, man, just the classic college football. Big 12, just a powder puff conference. I mean, you tell me. The rankings are saying that the Big 12 deserves more respect.
I think it's also an indication of, and we talk about this, like this conference has some good quarterbacks in it. It's obviously not the Pac-12 of 2023, but whoever's going to start at Colorado is, I think, going to have an elite season. And maybe both of those guys will end up having an elite season. But, I don't want to name the other quarterbacks in the conference because we all know them and we brought them up quite a bit. But there are some ball players at that most important position in football in this conference. And I think by season's end, this conference might finally get their respect.
If they don't cannibalize themselves.
Also, that comment from Always Stacking couldn't be further from the truth.
An absolute clown.
We literally stood on business for Shedeur.
Crazy.
Every single time some bullshit was said.
Of course.
Right in the paint.
So, last things on the poll here. That means Farmageddon's a top 25 matchup in week 0. Iowa State versus K-State in Dublin. That's a big game right out the gate.
No, that's a massive game.
Massive game. We have 3 top 10 matchups in week 1. We have LSU at Clemson. That's number 9 at number 4. Wow. We have Texas at Ohio State. That's 1 versus 3 in week 1. And then we have Notre Dame at Miami. That's 6 at 10, all in week 1.
See, it just made me think about this. Like, would they cook the books a little bit with like these rankings to like make the week 1 matchups?
Of course.
That's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, this is all fun and it's good content. Preseason rankings are the dumbest thing ever, and it impacts everything. Everything from here on out is now rooted in this ranking that came out that has no idea. Do you think some writer in Washington, D.C. knows anything about Arizona State's roster?
Other than Levitt?
No, sir.
No. So it's such a joke that we even have this. I wish there was a way to ban it, but you can't like ban it. Just how we were talking, like joking about how the Big 12 got rid of the media poll, and we're like, well, we could just walk around here and poll the media if we want to.
Right.
So you can't get rid of it, but at the same time, it would be nice if we could, because now everything is rooted in this stupid ranking that has it's just based in feelings.
The first poll of the season should come out when the first CFP poll comes out, which is what, week 8, 9, 10, whatever that is?
Yeah.
That should be the first poll of the season.
One positive, though, about this conversation as it relates to Colorado, though, by all accounts, pretty much, a week 1 win versus Georgia Tech will hold a lot of weight. It should hold a lot of weight, I should say.
Yes.
Based on, like I said, all accounts, preseason rankings, multiple outlets. Most of the country thinks Georgia Tech is going to be a really good football team this year. And if Colorado handles business week 1,
I mean, we know how it goes with this team. The seesaw goes all the way.
Of course, Georgia Tech's not good all of a sudden.
Well, no, I mean, that will happen from the same people who are going to say something no matter what. But the national media and like the morning talk shows will go all the way one way or all the way the other way based on the result of that game.
True.
Yep.
They win. Colorado, Coach Prime's leaving because he's now shown that he's, such a great coach and he can do it without Shedeur and blah, blah. And this team is legit and all of that. They could lose. Oh, you can't do it without Travis and Shedeur. This team, was overhyped. These guys can't do it. They still can't do this. They can't do that. So
facts.
I mean, everything Coach Prime says about this type of stuff is right. Mm-hmm. But it will be a full turn no matter which way it goes.
Always. At least one team that started the season unranked finished in the top 10 in the final AP poll in 29 of the last 31 years.
Top 10?
Top 10.
Wow. That's crazy.
That is wild.
So that's a pretty strong history.
Why does Georgia Tech have the chip and motivation? 1. 2, no one sleeps on their week 1 opponent, especially when they're, ranked 27th in the country?
I really would argue that CU has the chip and motivation.
I would agree with that as well.
Let's talk a little TCU.
Sure.
All right. Previewing TCU ahead of the week 6, 7, I don't know. Mid-season game. Colorado will head back to Fort Worth. This is a different team, though, especially compared to the one 2 years ago, but let alone the team from last year. This is a different team in many ways. Josh Hoover is back at quarterback. He's going to be one of the better quarterbacks in the conference. They're going to throw the ball a ton out there in Fort Worth this year.
Yeah.
They lost a lot offensively, though, man. First off, they didn't really have a running game last year at all. Mm-hmm. I think Savion Williams was, I don't know if he was first, but he was second or very close to being first.
He was second. Pretty close to being first. And their leading rusher last year, I believe.
And he was wide receiver.
And he played wide receiver. And I watched 3 games this morning. Without that dude, bro,
yeah.
they have to find a new identity now.
And I think their leading rusher from last year is no longer with the team.
Cordell Patterson.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Cook or something.
Cam Cook, right.
Yeah, he left at Jacksonville State. They did get some intriguing transfers. We'll get to additions and departures here in a second. But this is a team who they're going to try to throw the football. They might have a wrinkle or two because they showed that with Savion last year. I don't know if they have a player like that at all anymore, but they're going to have to get more creative. They can't just drop back and do the 2023 Colorado and throw it every play. Otherwise, Josh Hoover's going to get killed eventually. Yeah. They have a really good wide receiver in Eric McAllister. Defensively, they're on a 3-3-5. They lost a lot of players on that side as well. Secondary's going to need some help. Anything takeaway-wise from you?
This could be a shootout. This could really be a classic shootout type game. Like, this could give vibes of like that 2023 Week 1 TCU game, just in terms of like the offensive movement and whatnot. And Josh Hoover, in my opinion, I talked about him a couple weeks ago. That was my pick for the preseason all-conference Big 12 quarterback. And that had a lot to do with what I was just talking about. I think he's going to be put in situations where he's going to have to put up 30, 40 points to keep his team in games, because I don't think this defense is going to be very good for TCU. And Hoover's going to have weapons. He can play. Like, Hoover can really play. Nobody had more yards, pass attempts, I think passing touchdowns in the Big 12 last year other than Shedeur Sanders. It was Shedeur and Hoover, and then pretty much every passing category. You mentioned Eric McAllister, who also got a vote from me for preseason All Big 12. He is a dog. He was really productive last year on the field with 3 NFL receivers, big playability. They also got another receiver, Jordan Dwyer, from the portal, who was really good last year, the last couple years at Idaho, but last year 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns on 78 catches at Idaho last year. He's now at TCU. So
that's their top-ranked transfer too.
Yeah, he's a dog. And like I said, like, Hoover, I think, is the best quarterback Colorado is going to play at that point in the season. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, I think he's better than Haynes King.
Yes.
I think he's better than whoever BYU is going to roll out, and obviously better than, Wyoming and Delaware and Houston's quarterback as well. So this is going to be a test, I think, for defensively, but offensively for Colorado, I'm expecting 30-plus points.
I just want to say my biggest takeaway with TCU is that they're one-dimensional. And one-dimensional teams did not succeed against Colorado last year. I think Robert Livingston is great at everything he does, but I think one thing he does really well is if you do this and you're reliant on that to succeed, I'm going to be able to find a way to stop it and make you have to do the other thing that you don't want to do.
Yep.
And they're going to be able to stop Josh Hoover from going crazy. So TCU is going to have to find another way to score on offense. And that was like the thing that made me most confident about this when reviewing this matchup. The other side of it made me realize that like teams shouldn't be able to do that to Colorado this year. And good luck stopping Shedeur Sanders. No one really did it. But they did know what to expect, and they were able to prepare for it in certain ways. And edge rushers were able to just pin their ears back and go all game long.
Yeah.
You won't be able to do that to Colorado this year. And I think in a game like this, while everyone loves a shootout, Colorado might be able to like play some slow ground and pound. Like we know you just want to get Hoover out there and start moving this thing, and we're going to take 8 minutes off the clock here while we drive this thing down the field.
You can run the ball on this team.
Yeah.
They're not, I don't know if they improved, honestly, in their front six technically, because they run a 3-3-5, but they lost their leading tackler.
12th ranked rushing defense in the conference last year.
Lost their Baylor ran all over them. And I know this is the all preseason selection at running back and all that in Washington. Baylor ran all over them. Utah, the only chance they had in the game is because they were actually able to run. Isaac Wilson was able to run. They struggle with the QB run. Sawyer was making some plays. What's the other game I watched? Wilson was out there running around. Texas Tech. The backup comes in, Hammond. And he's running around like crazy on them, bro. If Kaidon is the quarterback for this game, this could be a massive Kaidon game on dual threat-wise.
Yeah.
Both arm and ground. Can you pull up the additions and departures, Alyssa?
I'm excited for that one, though, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably top 3 for me this year that I'm looking forward to.
The vibes of the last game, just going back to that city. I'm curious to see how their fans are this time, because last time they were real smug.
Yep.
I'm just curious, like, is that a TCU thing? Or was that just like that game specifically? So I'm looking forward to it.
Let's start with departures. So, yeah, they lose 3 of their top 4 wide receivers. Jack Besh was the most productive last year.
Barely fit everything on the graphic here.
For sure. John Paul Richardson was actually another really good player.
He's with my Bears right now.
He is, and he almost had more yards than McAllister last year. It's just Eric McAllister, by far the most productive in terms of yards per reception. He almost had 20 yards per reception. Next closest was Besh with 16.7. They lose their best offensive lineman, Brockermeyer, the guard. He's off to Miami now.
Yep.
Kaidon Salter, you've heard that name before. He's at Colorado, of course. And Johnny Hodges, who was their leading tackler. He has left one way or the other as well. The secondary, look at that, man. I mean, they brought in some guys through the portal, but this is a team that for the last 2-3 years, they've just been looking for stability. Maybe not stability, but just they've had to rebuild the room every single year through the portal and whatnot. So that's going to be something they're going to have to work on. One more minute, Alyssa, just the additions real quick.
They still do got 2 dogs back there at safety.
Yes.
Bud Clark is one of the best safeties in college football.
Yep.
And Jamel Johnson also is a really good player for them at safety as well.
And I think Johnson actually entered the portal but then withdrew. So he thought about it for a minute.
Was Manjack at Houston?
He was,
okay.
yes.
I knew that looked familiar.
Dwyer's the Idaho kid. Kamarion Pimpton, I can't remember where he came from. Great name.
It's a fire name. Oh, wow.
But he's a beast in my TCU dynasty, actually. They got some offensive linemen.
Why do you have a TCU dynasty?
Because we made Scott and I are in a dynasty, and we did a Big 12 dynasty, non-Colorado teams.
Okay.
Don't ask who I picked.
Oh, man. How bad could it be? Kansas State.
No.
I
should have said that. It's definitely not Kansas State.
Utah.
But don't guess again.
Knew it.
We won a natty, bro. Defending champs.
That's crazy. Jake, what are you doing, bro?
We lost by a yard, bro. There's just no words to even describe that. 1 yard away from
natty,
everything.
Brother. We're under defense right now.
Are you going to say thank you to me?
For
you would have never wanted if I decided to play the game.
Bro, why you think I don't think that You think that I don't know why you actually gave up the CFB game, bro? You knew it was my time, my boy.
I lifted a trophy yesterday. That's why I gave up the game.
Fair enough.
I actually didn't lift a trophy. We didn't get a trophy.
Not you lying unprovoked. That's crazy.
Tell us about your weekend.
Yeah, I'll make it quick, but my boy C-Mac and I won the City Park Players Club member
Let's
tournament.
go.
Fire.
2-day tournament, 1 day at City Park, 1 day at Welshire. We finished at Welshire yesterday. Hell of a round, but it was capped off by we went into the 18th hole down 1, and my boy made a birdie for a net eagle to give us the lead and win the tournament. It was very, very sick.
I mean, that's pretty much like the equivalent of like a walk-off homer, right? Or like
Yes,
damn
the
near a
only
buzzer
thing-
beater type shit.
The only thing that isn't that is there are still 2 groups behind us.
Okay.
So we had to make sure, but like that,
Sure.
Out of those 2 groups, like the closest was like 3 strokes back. So it was like basically that.
Yeah, definitely.
But we had to wait it out. It was sick though. Shout out to C-Mac.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you guys think that Deshaun Watson is back throwing the football because of Shedeur on Friday?
That pick that someone got of Deshaun and Gabriel both just like
Well, and Tommy Reese is like grinning at the bottom.
Yeah.
Too.
And Flacco was cheesing too, damn near.
just resting
Great
bitch face
photo.
from those 2, and Flacco's cheesing. He wasn't worried, but
They were
someone
like,
said like Shedeur Sanders ending careers right before our eyes.
I saw somebody, they were talking about Flacco smiling. They were like, this is the smile of somebody who know they about to get paid for a whole season for 6 games of work.
Facts though. Anything else from this weekend?
Nah. It's fun though.
I didn't do the official stats. I think I did beat you guys in our preseason thing.
I
though,
think you
'cause-
did too. You just were on Shedeur's back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like whoever got the first pick in that draft was just we knew going into that Shedeur was going to get 50 snaps, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I put up a decent fight considering I didn't have a quarterback.
Did you have Zay and LaJohntay?
No, I had
had Zay.
LaJohntay and Jimmy.
Okay.
And Jimmy put up like 5. And LaJohntay put up like 11.
Because a Zay LaJohntay combo could have gotten close.
Yeah.
I mean, who was your other one besides Shedeur? You had who?
I had Will,
Will.
so 2 for 21.
Because I mean, with Zay gave me 10, I would think. The touchdown plus the 2 catches plus I think it was like I don't even know how many yards he finished with, but he was I think around 10. Travis had a couple catches. I think we were all pretty close,
yeah.
but you probably won.
But-
It is probably closer than we think. But
Yeah.
yeah.
In the end, the 2 touchdowns. So Shedeur had
The
8
8 plus the what?
plus
he had
like
1.
5. So there's 13 plus some rushing yards.
He had some rushing yards too. Yep.
Yeah. So he almost won the whole thing by himself.
Exactly. We can do it again on Thursday if you guys want.
Bet.
Or we can take Shedeur out. Or
Yeah,
I
let's-
don't know how you want to do it, but
We
Would we have somebody? Would we have a skill player to put in? I don't know.
yeah. Laviska Shenault,
Oh, sure.
yeah, you can go Visca. I mean,
Brady Russell,
yeah, that counts for sure. I think he
But
scored
we-
a touchdown last
or
year.
we could just do like I don't know. And at that point, it would almost feel like Shedeur automatically goes to one of us 2 this time. But then it's like then that person's just
Right,
gonna win.
yeah.
Sure.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, I don't expect to see. To answer your question, I don't expect to see Deshaun Watson on an NFL field ever again.
I mean, ever again, I don't know about that, but he ain't playing football anytime soon. That's for damn sure.
I don't see it.
He's under contract. I mean,
Oh yeah, and I think that's the reason why I don't think we're going to see him again. He gonna collect his bread, disappear into the sunset.
crazy. To the Toyota chat we go. We are headed to overtime first, though. If you are watching on your television, head on over to thednvr.com. We're going to wrap up the show
OT
over there. No media today. We have media tomorrow, though. So tomorrow and Thursday. Yes,
Sure.
I'm positive. Also, click on our YouTube channel. Go watch all the
Hell yeah.
content from Media Day. And then later today, I think you might end up seeing the funniest thing to come out of Media Day. Just
Hell yeah, y'all stay tuned, man.
I think we got the final draft while we're on this show.
yeah, I think so.
But y'all go check out, all the stuff on the YouTube right now. Y'all killed it on Friday with the interviews. I know y'all enjoyed talking to all those guys. Who was y'all favorite one, though?
Well, I would just like to address, we heard a rumor that you were saying our questions were dry.
Whoa.
Not a chance. Actually, I heard somebody say that y'all questions were dry, but it wasn't me. Definitely wasn't me.
Because that person said that it was you.
Oh, that is.
Is this someone in this building?
That's gonna piss.
I
That's
know
gonna
exactly
piss me
who
off.
said that.
Because you know exactly
you were
who
there
it was.
when he said we said.
That's gonna piss me off.
Well, I didn't even have to remember that. I could have just guessed from
The person who told you that was the one who actually said it. 100%.
It's real. He said situation here.
And I can't wait to see him. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
he
just
ain't
playing.
coming in today. What are you talking about?
I ain't say today.
We'll see him tomorrow.
No,
Hopefully.
it was fun. A lot of people in the comments said our questions were great.
They
did.
You guys got to check those out though. I'm kind of surprised by how low the views are. I think everyone was in Shedeur mode this weekend, which I totally understand. But go check those out because we talked to like Jordan Seaton, Marion Miller, and 2 running backs in DeKalen Taylor and Simeon Price. Quincy Wiggins, talking fired. Like a lot of guys that you guys haven't seen us talk to one-on-one before. So it was cool to get to know those guys a little bit better.
Yeah, just general takeaway. Like when we were talking to I was like, wow, like we're finally like this part of the era or like the program, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I saw like the commitment posts from Omarion Miller. And now he's like coming into his junior year and he's like being featured at Media Day. Like
I had a crazy thought this weekend, and maybe people like this, maybe they won't. I realized that watching games will be so much less stressful this year because I don't feel there's a player or players on this team that's like, if they get hurt, the season's over.
Great point.
Like watching Shedeur take off was like, please, 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 please. Just be okay, just be okay, just be okay. Or like one of those guys gets up slow.
Yeah.
Like, I think they were able to survive Travis going down a little bit last year, but it definitely altered those games, made them much more difficult. And they would have won Kansas State if it wasn't. So it was like,
for sure, man.
The year before it derailed things when Travis got hurt. So I was like, that's going to be nice to watch the games. And obviously we want everyone to stay healthy,
right? But
not be like, oh my God, if he doesn't get up, it's over.
Yeah.
Do you remember that play at the end of the UCF game where I think it was the Cam scoop and score and someone like fell on Travis's ankle and he like fell backwards? Like, do you remember that moment where it's like, oh my God, like
no, not again. Yeah.
Now we got to track Travis like on Sunday and Monday, like all this stuff. Like, great point. To answer your question, Quincy Wiggins was my favorite interview.
People love Quincy Wiggins.
Yeah. That one went off too on YouTube.
I just love talk. Oh, Draylon Miller.
Yeah, Dre's great.
I would interview him every day if we could.
Is he the happiest person on earth?
I mean, some dudes just have that vibe to them where like they're always smiling and they make you smile when you're talking to them, and it's just a good time.
I wish Draylon Miller worked here.
Facts. All right, to the Toyota chat we go. Julius is asking if Jordan Clay committed. I don't know.
Yeah, he did. He's that's a receiver, ain't it?
Yes.
Or is that the
wide receiver to Baylor.
Baylor, yeah.
SC Buff says, when are y'all releasing the tailgate for the GT game? Getting pretty close.
Soon.
There you go, soon. What's up, Raymond? Did Cam do anything for the Jags on Saturday night? I'm going to be honest, I did not watch the fourth quarter of Jags and whoever it was.
I think he finished with 2 tackles.
Let's go. Shout out to the Shark. Super Chats, DJ Flame to you. What's up, man? He says, what's up, gents? We back, and then pro CU Buffs are on fire in my NBA Jam voice.
Say it in your NBA Jam voice, bro.
I don't have an NBA Jam voice because I didn't play NBA Jam. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Kevin Stefanski irritates my soul in his press conference. Stop hating on 212.
He just never wants to say anything. Like, what a boring coach to cover.
I mean, I get it, honestly, from like the NFL perspective of like the coach never says anything, but like he kind of put himself in this, again, to what I said in the first segment about how the cap's off the bottle now, right?
Cat's out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag.
Out of the tube.
Toothpaste is out of the tube, all that stuff. And it's because they approached the situation so weirdly up until this point that we were just left to speculate. Like, you didn't give us anything at all.
Yeah.
And so now that we've seen it and you're still not talking, it's like, we know you're lying.
Did you see Stefanski's like speech to the team in the locker room after the game? Did you see it? So, I mean, it was like a normal coach speech. He was showing love to everybody. And like, there was like a big tweet that somebody had quote retweeted of it. It was like, Stefanski couldn't even mention like Shedeur or whatever, like when he was talking to the team afterwards or whatever. And like, I wanted to be like, I feel like he did. First off, he didn't name drop anybody in his speech. But one of his biggest points where he was like, no giveaways. Like, he was naming off everything that the team did good. He was like, no giveaways. And like, he like paused and like made emphasis. And he said again, no giveaway. And I'm like, he's talking to Shedeur. Like, as the former quarterback, when you hear stuff like that, and again, they don't have to always say your name, but like, you know when they're talking about you. And in that moment, he was talking about Shedeur. And that was, again, I'll mention it last week too, one of the best things that he could have done, what I want to see, just take care of the football.
Yep. And
that's obviously big and important to Kevin Stefanski. And it was another box that Shedeur checked on Friday, which was so dope to see.
I mean, you can't blame Stefanski with the quarterback play they've had the last couple of years.
Exactly.
And the turnovers, like, I mean, I'm trying to look it up specifically now.
Doesn't Shedeur still have the least amount of interceptions of anyone in training camp?
Oh, by far, probably. The Cleveland Browns threw 23 interceptions last year.
That's crazy.
Holy. Well, they did have Jameis.
They did, and he threw the most. But like 6 from DTR, 3 from Watson.
Oh my! Why did he play long enough to throw 6 picks?
He threw 118 passes last year.
Gosh.
0 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Oh no! Is he
Lord
out the
Jesus.
league now?
No, he's on.
Didn't he get traded?
He's on another team. Yes, he's on another team now.
He's with Philly.
Eagles.
Yeah. He was in that Pickett trade.
Yeah. So yeah, man, like, I don't know. Like, it's clear. I'm just not going to get into it. I'm not getting into it. Travis says, in reviewing the roster on Buffs website, one thing that gets overlooked by outsiders, the number of underclassmen we have, high school and transfers, salute, tripod.
Talk about it all the time. It's easy to forget. Like Joseph Williams is really young.
Yeah.
You know, like if you just go through the roster, you're like, oh, that guy has 3 years of eligibility left. Like, whoa.
Yep.
I think there's guys like that at every single position. Sophomore or younger who like, yeah, you have high hopes for that young man. Every position.
Yep. Freedom says, RK is a real one. He responded to my message in X with the Shedeur and Tony Grossi video. I appreciate you. I love the content, gents. Thank you, Freedom.
Oh, well, thank you. You're a real one too.
That was a great video.
Bro, that video, Shedeur is just a comedian, man.
He's so funny, bro.
Dude.
What I do to you, Tony?
What I do to you, Tony? Nah, even, oh my God. When he's looking for Jimmy after the game on the field. Where Jimmy Horn at? Where Jimmy Horn at?
He was about to say something messy at the end there, too.
For sure. Jimmy like, nope. You better not do it.
Don't say it. Well, Jimmy
That
knew
was
in
so
the
funny.
joint practice, too, because he told him like 3 times, I'm mic'd up
I'm
now.
mic'd up now.
I'm mic'd up now.
Yeah, I'm mic'd up now. I'm mic'd up now.
That's how you know if someone's a person I want to hang out with.
Yes.
If their friend has to tell them they're mic'd up as soon as they see them.
Yep.
Have you ever seen the like viral videos of where like a guy will like call his friend and he'll be like, "Hey, just so you know, Allie's in the car right now," and then she's like, "Why did you have to say that?"
Yeah. Yes.
I'm dead.
On that video, though, that was just hilarious. The Tony Grossi one.
Yeah, I mean it was endearing for both sides, I thought.
Well, and then did you see what Tony said today, though? He's like, I didn't appreciate that his brother was filming it. Brother, you are on TV every day talking shit about Shedeur.
Great point, Jake.
Like, come on. I almost tweeted it out, but I didn't even want to get into that. So I was like,
that is a great point.
Real spiel.
or the radio, whatever. Don Peasy.
Y'all ever seen that that Cat Williams special where he's like, should have been talking shit? That's literally the perfect thing right there.
I mean, of course,
Should have
bro.
been talking shit.
I mean, honestly, like they think it's a one-way street
Exactly.
for criticism, and it's like
Exactly.
you can't just go out there and talk bad about a 22, 23-year-old kid constantly and not expect at least a little bit of pushback. And when you get that pushback, you kind of like reap what you sow at that point, bro.
Yeah. Also, he said something about like, I didn't realize I was being recorded without my consent. Something
Shut
along
up.
It's like, bro, you're in a public space.
God damn.
Grow up.
Don Peasy says,
Maybe it was without my knowledge. I don't know.
well, who cares? The quote, Gabriel is ahead of Shedeur narrative never made a lick of sense since day one. Of course it didn't.
Nope.
Not to anybody who knows football.
Facts. That was fun.
That was fun.
The ramp up to football season, it's giving me life.
Oh, it really is. I was over at our tailgate spot for Broncos games today, doing a little video, and like just looking out at the stadium, I was like, oh my God, we're so close. There's a little chill in the air yesterday.
Yep.
I low-key felt it this morning. I expected it to be like hot out.
Yeah.
And like it kind of felt like a little autumny in the air. I love that. 18 days to Georgia Tech, y'all.
I mean, 2 weeks from Friday.
I know, man.
Next weekend is week 0.
We're so back.
All the way back. And we'll be back again tomorrow. We got media, got a bunch more to talk about. We'll see y'all then. Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.